this that spooky shit, that real, that's right, that GMSONIC shit, hey yo, Mr. Clean, shout out to Dracula Presley, Corby, Johnny Slash on the beat, hey yo, it's the GMSONIC show, Phantom opera flow, permissionless, immutable, unstoppable, spectacular, gather with Corville and Dracula, abracadabra, flip shit like a spatula, few Andre Stan, the master of memes, DeFi king, half man, half virtual machine, no other team can match the collective expertise, no other chain can achieve the supersonic speeds, home with the most creative tech, what's your favorite decks, spooky swap, equalizer, Beethoven X, and when I place my bet, I never break a sweat. Worship the open source code like sacred text. Rest assured, battle tested and ready for war. I check the bribes, cast a vote and collect the rewards. Knock at the door, trick or treat. Move like a zombie, but usually I stay cooler than Fonzie. I get surgical with this, call me Dr. Doom. Break the sound barrier, hit you with a sonic boom. We got it wrapped like a mummy in a tomb. It's about time we address the elephant in the room. It's called Sonic. Yo, what's the new hot topic? GMSONIC. Straight up alpha, you can get it if you watch it. GMSONIC. Yo, what's the new hot topic? GMSONIC. Straight up alpha, you can get it if you watch it. Yo, since the Genesis block, consensus didn't stop. Innovating since day one and never missed the plot. I'm just a humble yield farmer, tending these crops like a routine. See you at the next epoch. Ayo, the DeFi Renaissance, yeah, we were part of that. Your favorite dApp, Fantom is where it started at. Go to Paint Swap and cop an ancient artifact. Let's run it back so we can 20x the market cap. FTM's the pre-sale, S is the ticker. It's best to zoom out so you can see the bigger picture. Brand new tech, brand new insignia, no trivia, we stacking more chips than Nvidia. Graduated from Halloween to a sonic theme. The dead chain resurrected, make you want to scream. Due diligence, follow the new primitives, controlled by the citizens, built to move billions. Your mass adoption, that's the only option. We ain't stopping till we locked in the top 10. Who got the best community? Who got the most promise? Who got the most pumponomics? Fantom and now Sonic. Yo, what's the new hot topic? GMSONIC. Straight up alpha, you can get it if you watch it. GMSONIC. Yo, what's the new hot topic? GMSONIC. Straight up alpha, you can get it if you watch it.
Good morning.
Good morning. It really do be like that, don't it, Sonic fam? We are transcending. We are going to the moon. I got my flight jacket on. You ready, Dracula? You ready to go?
Yeah, got that NASA drip.
Yeah,
ready.
Dude, they're putting me in a rocket. They're flying me straight to the moon, dude. I'm here to try and lift up your bags, team.
Yeah, you're truly carrying the whole thing on your back right now.
I am. I'm putting my entire family fortune into leveraging up so that we have some upward pressure. See that green candle? That's all me, Dracula. I shattered that resistance with sheer force of will.
Yeah, just. Oh,
yep.
What's this down here?
The sound part.
Oh, did I leave that on the screen? Whoops.
That's crazy. Did you enter a spot position down there, or was that leverage? I don't think we talked about it on stream.
Yeah, that was leverage.
No fucking way.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
No way. Dracula's gonna buy that island in Alaska this time, dude.
Yeah, real. Man. Yeah, I told everybody I was gonna try to get a little island. We'd put like Starlink on it. Maybe like be like a sovereign crypto nation.
Yeah.
No rules. Have the conferences there.
I want this to be a warning to all you haters out there that say that Dracula can't trade. Here's the proof in the pudding, dude. Here's the proof in the pudding. It only takes one good one right here. This is his Warren Buffett trade. This is how he's financing his firm, bro. This is insane. That's insane, Dracula. Because, you see, I didn't tell anybody this, but I bought the dumbest part possible. See that first big fat green bar right at the top of that? But hey, I'm sitting pretty.
I mean, honestly, a lot of people bought there. 50 cents is just such a we've said this before on the show. This has been going on since the last run where 50 cents is just for some reason. I mean, I don't say for some reason because I know why. I mean, 50 cents, $1, all these things are just always strong psychological kind of, resistance areas. So Fantom especially, it's just been a constant, a lot of times we've now ripped up twice to $1 range and been smacked back down. But 50 cents is even worse. I mean, we've hit 50. How many times have we hit 50 in the last, 6-7 months? Get smacked down or bust through or so. Yeah, it didn't surprise me to see a lot of chatter as soon as we broke 50. A lot of people opening positions now. So yeah, nothing wrong with that. If you open a position at 50 cents, that's not a bad place to be. Let's just hope that this time we are staying above it forever.
Yeah. Do you think Ansem is going to keep us above 50 cents?
I hope so. Supposedly his bag is in like the low 20s range. So I think he's going to continue bull posting at this point, but we'll see.
Okay. So we can count on that guy for a little support here, I think, hopefully. Did you talk to Ansem? Does he not answer your calls anymore after what happened?
Yeah, I mean,
all right, I'm gonna get out on stream.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I was handling a bunch of his funds, and there was a unfortunate mix-up where I sold all his Solana and put it in the Fantom. So really, he should be thanking me, but that's why he has to pivot now. So he's got to pivot, but he's doing a good job. He
kind of forced his hand. You burned a lot of bridges for him, but it was probably for the better.
I think so. There's more.
He's gonna feel more at home here.
Yeah, there's more ROI on this trade than Solana right now. So,
Soylana, Soycox BTFO'd once again. I didn't want to I don't know. I'm kind of chaotic today. I didn't really give you my notes for the show, but there's something I wanted to talk about. Monad. Are you familiar with this name?
Yeah.
I saw something quite interesting. It was a little guy named Andre, and he was getting into a fight with a little guy named Toons over on Monad. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I saw the thread, and it's maybe you can pull it up, but it was very reminiscent of the Say or Psi. I never know how to say it. SEI, is it Say? Is it Psi?
Mm-hmm.
Very reminiscent of their founder when he was talking about the V2 forever and arguing with Andre about stuff, and it's kind of like a similar vibe, right? Where Monad's kind of like going after claims on Sonic, and same thing that the founder of Say did. But the funny part was, Andre's answer is similar, which is, I don't know what to tell you guys. We have 2 test nets now. We have, you can check this if you want. You're coming at me when you don't even have a product out still. And that's what was going on with the Psi V2 or whatever. Was the guy was attacking Andre's Sonic claims, and Andre's like, we have a product, you still don't have anything online, so I don't even know why we're discussing this.
Yeah, this is an epic moment in bitch fight history in terms of drama on Twitter, in that Ansem, he's sucking off Sonic. Thank God, that's what we want him to do. And Toons comes in. I don't really know who Toons is at Moonhead, but he's an important fellow. And he says it's disingenuous to market yourself as 10K TPS when using tokens as your benchmark. And Andre says, pretty much shut up. and then Toons says, he tries to walk it back. He says, just to be clear, I'm not saying that your claim of 10K is disingenuous. I'm saying it's a meaningless metric. And I love this here. When Andre says, it's perhaps best to pin this conversation until Monad has something public. Brutal moment for Monad. I don't know how Mochads are going to recover for this. I hope they do. I like their purple little guy, but you got to be careful out there when you're tangling with the Cronje himself, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
not only does he program, he was a lawyer. He knows his way around the courtroom. He knows how to talk.
Mochads should tread lightly before they become Mojacks. You feel me?
Oh shit, dude!
Clip that.
That's a good one, dude. I'm taking that to the Monad Discord. I'm gonna get some clout, some airdrop points for it or whatever.
Yeah, just don't tell them. Don't tell them I said it.
Oh wait, are you They fear you over there. They don't like you, Dracula.
No, I just don't want to, get attacked. I don't want to get raided.
Oh yeah, yeah. They are a fearsome force. Hopefully, they don't raid us. Nah, they're not gonna raid us. We're not big guys like that. We're not important enough.
But it was interesting to see on the timeline. Like I said, Ansem started bull posting. Other KOLs kind of hopping in once it went above 50 cents. And it was interesting to see, though, because there was a lot of hate on the timeline, too. I think a lot of people are still, well, first of all, KOLs are always going to be angry when they did not have an opportunity to have some kind of KOL pre-sale allocation. I've seen this 100 times. I'm not a KOL. I don't consider myself a KOL, but I've started to see a little bit behind that curtain just through friends of mine that are. And literally these people will FUD anything out of spite when it's like, oh, you didn't do a KOL round. Well, we're going to FUD that every time we see anybody say something positive. So mostly good things yesterday, but I did find it interesting to already see the people that are like, why would you buy Fantom when you could do this? Or, don't forget that last cycle, multi-hack, blah, blah, So I think a lot of people just don't actually understand also Sonic and how the whole thing's going to work, the tech behind it.
Do we truly understand Dracula? My brain's the size of a pea, brother. I just know it's gonna be fast. It's gonna be not integrated, but bridging available day one.
Yeah, and that was something I did want to talk about. And there were a couple little teasers lately. I feel like this is something that's going to get touched on more. People, I'm glad to see them kind of shifting away from the L2 language, because I think that was confusing people. And you could actually still see people yesterday making comments like, oh, all we need is another L2. Well, it's not that Sonic is an L2 of Ethereum. What they're talking about is what they've branded the Sonic Gateway, which is technically the same technology that L2s use to bridge directly from Ethereum. So why this is important is because they're mitigating and addressing the concerns about the bridging after the multi-incident. These are native assets that are going to bridge straight from Ethereum, the same way you would just move Ethereum to Arbitrum or Optimism or whatever. And this is huge right here. And people probably don't realize quite yet how big this is. As you know, if you are truly bridging native to any of these L2s, you usually have to wait 7 days, and that's to go back and forth.
Yeah.
Until something like Squid Router, Layer 0, Synapse, whatever, picks up your chain. This is how you have to do it. So they have developed a system with Sonic Gateway where the max waiting time to bridge natively from Ethereum is 1 hour, which that is insane.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about this because this is insane. I've looked at a couple L2s. I never use their native bridge because it takes 7 to 14 days for funds
it's crazy
to transmit. And it has something to do with what like the consensus mechanism or some shit, like syncing it up with the new chain the funds are going to. So like Squid Router and Layer 0 and stuff, I kind of figured this is my fault. I should have looked into this. But Dracula, how do they make it so much faster? Do they take on some kind of custodial position where they're just kind of middlemaning it on both chains?
In a way, yes. I mean, original Layer 0 was a little more on the custodial side. Axlar is literally just like taking from a liquidity pool and swapping with another liquidity pool, so that they can basically move your funds around without having to have the liquidity there.
Okay.
So Layer 0 has recently moved to a similar, like the Layer 0 V2 operates more in that way, or they still have their, like, you know, obviously huge war chest of stables and everything else they can still swap. So that's why these third party bridges, you know, it's almost like, you know, you gotta like have enough volume, or you have to make it worth their while to, you know, put in the infrastructure just like you would anything else, right?
Yeah, but there's also like this little level of risk because you got another party involved. So
Yeah,
this
for
is
sure.
like insane, and we don't even care about Axelar or Layer Zero anymore because it's native, right? Within an hour,
Yeah.
like assuredly, your funds are transmitted across these chains is insane. It is crazy, dude.
Yeah, I mean that is
this is like you were so traumatized by multi-chain. They're like, we're taking matters into our own hands. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like you know,
That's
we
a
are
possible result, I guess you could say, of taking lemons making lemonade. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, this is, to me, this is like the end all be all. I mean, what can you? There's no one that's developed something this fast that is also has that security of just going straight from Ethereum into, you know, natively onto your chain. So there's nothing like it.
The only drawback I can see here, Dracula, is you know, people might not even want to go to Ethereum anymore. Ethereum might be dead by this point. If some song comes out, I mean, the way Ethereum's looking, dude.
I mean,
might be no traffic to Ethereum. Might be all just refugees from Ethereum coming over. You know?
Yeah, and I mean, this is, you know, like I said, this is a totally new thing. There's not been an alt L1 that has done this, to my knowledge, at least. I'm 99% sure no one has done this. So this is huge to say, you know, we're not an Ethereum L2, but we are still going to let you bridge natively from Ethereum. That's going to put a lot of big money at ease. And yeah, I mean, this is the most extreme answer you could pretty much provide in regards to, you know, somebody saying, well, what about multi? What about this? What about that? So very excited. And like I said, I think that, you know, I think that as people realize what this actually is, it's going to be a bigger deal.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is just one element of Sonic, right? I mean, there's so many things right now out there about Sonic, but this is a big deal. And yeah, I guess, like I said, Sonic Gateway. So this is exciting. Got a couple other things to talk about, but there is a man waiting in the wings to come chat with us. He's had a lot going on this week. You might remember him. We did a little show with him very early on. So welcome back, Mascot. What's up, man?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, man.
Welcome, Sonic Chad.
Sorry, we were getting a little winded there. I was like, oh yeah, we gotta get Mascot up here.
You're all good. Man, I was enjoying the banter. I didn't hear about everything going on with Andre and that little
monad.
Yeah, a little monad.
How's that make you feel, Mascot?
Yeah, I mean,
make you feel like you're in good hands with Andre, or is he too? You're afraid he might turn on you at one point. You get those crosshairs.
You know, I think with the stuff we're building, I think the ethos is pretty similar with the ideology that he, you know, builds a lot of his systems on. So I think we'll be all right. If he does turn on us, honestly, you know, back to Web 2.
Yeah, that's crazy. Andre's got the power to downgrade anyone from Web 3 to Web 2, dude.
Yeah, you're banished from Web 3 back to Web 2. You gotta start all over again and build back up.
Go back to the crypto gulag.
Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to have you on because it's a big week for you guys. You know, you had previously absorbed Spirit Swap, but it was all in anticipation for what you guys are now launching, Silverswap.
Yes. Yeah, we didn't know that at the time when we took over. And then we really got into the weeds of Spirit Swap, and we realized that there was a lot of stuff that just wasn't going to be beneficial for the future of the Spirit Swap community. and the Fantom ecosystem. And then, all the Sonic news started coming to light that Sonic was happening, right? When we took over, Sonic wasn't even on the radar. And so all of those things kind of culminated into, not only is a rebrand, better in the long run, it's ideal, especially with the launch of Sonic, right? Kind of give new life to our community and our users, and really give us the opportunity to make, use the backbone of Spirit to make something truly great. And the first premium decks on Sonic. So stoked.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I know you guys had your heads down for a while. I mean, that was early on in the show, I think, when that was months. Well, it was before even consensus, so it was a while ago.
Yeah, I think it was back in. So our tokenomics just went to audit on Friday, and I was looking back at the original frameworking that myself and 2 other team members were doing when we drafted it up, and it was like, man, we wrote all that up back in March, and so to have been building it for 6 months, just that one piece is like, time goes quick. I mean, people ask me, they'll be like, oh, what do you think of this news, or what's going on in the market, or have you heard about this new chain, and I'm like, dude, I have no time.
We can't discuss this right now.
I'll have family members ask me like, oh, what should I buy? And I'm like, Sonic. Other than that, I have no idea. I'm not watching. I am way too busy making sure that Silverswap is the best that it can be to pay attention to anything else. That's why I've been enjoying the show the last 20 minutes. You guys have just been catching me up on all this stuff that I've been missing.
Yeah,
I miss some good X drama.
That's all you got to do, man, is tune in, and you'll get caught up on all the arguments on chain.
Yeah.
But sorry, go ahead, Corval.
No, I mean, you might probably just gonna take it in the same direction. I was just gonna ask, so like speaking of tokenomics you've been working on, dude, why don't you give us the dish on them a little bit, because you're doing the LGE right now, this second.
Yeah, pre-sale went live for our AG token yesterday afternoon, like 5 o'clock Eastern time. Yeah, there it is. Look at that.
Wow.
So
that's beautiful.
Yeah, 287,000.
I like the glow effect on pre-sale.
Yeah. Really want to emphasize that it is a pre-sale. So, this is a moment we've been stoked to get to, right? So we're minting out 300,000, as it says there, 110 or $1.10 in Fantom for non-OGs and $1 flat for OGs. And OGs are just people who had Spirit token, locked Spirit in the in-Spirit system, any of the Win Spirits like Lin Spirit, Bin Spirit, Sin Spirit, whatever. We wanted to take care of those people, not just in the pre-sale, but also at Silverswap. They'll have lifetime access to something called the OG Vaults, which is any of the overflow income from Silverswap on Sonic will also go to those users for free for life. So really trying to take care of the Spirit members.
To be an OG, is there some threshold of like Spirit I had to have held, or like if I had 1 Spirit token, or if I had,
Yeah, no, if you had 1 Spirit token, you should be an OG.
Oh, wow.
But the thing is, it's all weighted, right? So like in Spirit has the highest weighting, right? Because a lot of people are locked to 2028. So they're kind of gonna get, sort of, yeah. I saw the facial expression there. 2028 in crypto is a long time. Yeah, so you can imagine, when we inherited Spirit Swap, we were like, wow, in crypto, that's like a decade. That's brutal. So we really want to take care of those people. So we haven't published that weighting system yet, because we're still trying to figure out the best way to make that weighting tangible in a meaningful way. Like, we know the numbers, right? But I don't want to just publish a CSV file with like 16,000 addresses on it. That's going to be, just not like an enjoyable process for anybody. But it's also been a little bit on the back burner for us, because the thing is, like, we have the snapshot, we have the information. So it's not like we're worried that anybody's going to get lost or anything. That's more of as we get closer to the Sonic launch and Silverswap launch, we'll really sort of get that information out. But everyone that comes in can rest assured, if you had any Spirit over the last couple months, you are good in any capacity. We get this question every day. How do I know I'm an OG? And it's like, I promise, if you were in this Discord before 2024, you're probably an OG. You're fine.
And the plan is to basically you were saying you'll have access to like this vault that has extra revenue. So I guess is the plan to sort of also just let Spirit run indefinitely as well?
Yeah, so Spirit will continue on the Phantom Opera network in the background. And it will get some of the, the updates that we push to Silverswap. Obviously it won't get the tokenomics, but things like perpetuals, right? Are currently on SpiritSwap. That will continue to go on. The trading competition, which I advise everyone to get involved on our trading comps. We give away like 500,000 Spirit a week in our perpetuals trading competition. So that's super fun. That'll continue on even after the launch of Silverswap. And then other designs that we have coming down the line that can translate, like we're building a unique liquid staking wrapper sort of system that's actually in pre-production this week and is going into production next week. So one thing on to the next. Some of that can correlate back to Fantom pretty easily on Spirit. So the way we've been saying is, we love Spirit. We'll continue to take care of Spirit. All of the big stuff, first and foremost, goes to Silverswap. But, taking care of SpiritSwap is something that's still very much on our radar.
Wow. Wait, so 500,000 silver?
Spirit tokens.
Spirit, okay.
But that's still,
that's quite a lot.
It's like $500-$600 a week,
Yeah, it's pretty significant. So I wanted to ask a little bit. I saw on Twitter you guys have a 10-year plan. What are you, communists or something? These 10-year plans, 5-year plans.
Yeah, our so it's a 9-year sort of runway for our yield, right?
Wow.
So there's a 10 million max amount of AG that'll be minted. And I think if we don't sell the pre-sale, if we don't do a max sellout, I think that'll actually bring down the max supply. So I'm stoked for that if we don't sell out. So it's like little wins all over. I'm pretty sure we've put that into the contracts that if it doesn't sell out, that's fine. It'll just bring down our max supply, which is great.
Burning the rest of the allocation for the pre-sale.
What's that? Yeah, it just won't ever get minted. It won't ever exist because the pre-sale is its own separate contract. So we'll just kind of turn the tap off, and that'll be the end of it. Nice. So that 9-year runway, we did that because we wanted a system that has time to really mature. If you look at SpiritSwap launched in 2021. Emissions for SpiritSwap run out in March of next year. That's 4 years, right? That's essentially, it's had one cycle. That's ridiculous. That's like so short-sighted. And that kind of has created a situation for SpiritSwap where if you didn't get it right the first time, you've just got to go back to the drawing board and start over, which is essentially what we're having to do. People come at us and they don't know that we're the third team and the last team to take over SpiritSwap, and they're like, why are you guys abandoning SpiritSwap? And it's like, guys, we're not abandoning it. We didn't build it this way. We wouldn't build it this way. We're just trying to take care of it the best way that we can and benefit everybody here, because the people beforehand put a really short timer, and in the grand scheme of things, a really short timer on this system. And so Silverswap is designed in such a way that 9 years in DeFi is incredibly long, right? But that gives us 2 to 3 bull cycles to allow our burn-centric design to really grab hold and let people get used to how the systems work. And we've built it in a way that we can continue to build on top of that existing structure to just continue to build upon the burns and really just diminish the circulating supply massively by the time we get to the end of those 9 years.
Well, I am curious about that. So last I checked, you guys were still kind of like teasing some of the mechanisms. I know that there's going to be like a lot of burning. Is there like any info on that you can share on like how this system works? Or
we haven't shared a whole lot just because my dev team will put me on a stake and burn me because we've played it pretty close to chest. Like I said, we've been working on it for 6 months, and we were talking about it months before that, and we're just like hyper paranoid. So the team, our team, we've had ideas stolen from us before and implemented by competitors because we announced too early, and that was a painful learning experience for us. So we've been playing it really, really close to the chest with this, because Sonic, right, is a huge opportunity. And so there are other great dexes on Fantom, and we'd hate to give them up on what we think is a beautiful idea. But I can give you a little bit of alpha. I can talk a little bit about some stuff that we haven't talked about before.
Yeah, I was hoping so. I mean, what I was really hoping to do was front run you with my nickel dex. Nickel dex was going to just fork whatever Silverswap had in the pipeline. So I guess I'm just gonna have to put nickel dex on hold. But yeah, I would love to hear some alpha.
Yeah. So when we say burn centric, what we mean is we are we're kind of like the Fed in the sense of we really have like a dual mandate in the things that we make, right? We have two main guiding lights. And those two things are legibility / usability, right? How easy is it to just get on the website and understand what I'm looking at, right? Without it feeling like a scammy piece of shit. So that's priority number one. And then priority number two is the ability for the user to feel like they're in control of all of the cash that they have available to them. And so what that means is there will be round the clock opportunities for users to come in, and the AG token is going to be the key to the entire experience. It's going to be that way for the next 10 years. Everything we build, AG is going to be the key to using Silverswap in any of the products that we offer. So they'll be able to come in on a round the clock basis, be able to kind of like a slot machine, right? Or not a slot machine, more like a soda can dispenser. I don't want to, there's no gambling involved. Let me be clear. Like a soda can dispenser, right? And put those AG tokens in and get something of equal or more value back that doesn't hurt the liquidity of the tokens that they're interested in. We have opportunities where you can burn your AG, and essentially you're getting a leveraged position on whatever token you would like, right? Those systems are kind of nuanced, but like if you come up and you say, hey, I want to use this 10 AG and I want to do a leverage position on this new meme coin that launched. You have multiple opportunities throughout the day to be able to essentially 10x or 15x the leverage of that AG. You burn it, and then you're benefiting not just yourself, but everyone in that ecosystem, because now you've leveraged a position that you're not even on the hook for. We'll take the responsibility for it. Of whatever token we have, right? If it's whitelisted, you can leverage it. If you want to come in and you're more of a revenue share guy, we have our offerings through our farms, our liquidity. And more importantly, you can use those AG tokens, put them in the Coke machine, so to speak. And you can get sort of, I'm trying to think of how to say this without being too straightforward. You can dabble into some of the revenue share side, right? We want to make a system where people get to feel like they're the master of their own destiny, and they get to come in and they get to beat the DEX for a day. And the cost of entry there is AG, and that's it.
That's interesting.
And yeah, it's kind of without getting more into the weeds of it. We want to create a system that everyone feels responsible for, because they get to have a direct choosing in how the system is working on the back end, right? And there are going to be opportunities where people can come in and they can burn their AG and fundamentally change for the next couple hours how the contracts are working on the back end, as far as revenue dispersion and where that AG goes, or where the Sonic goes, the S token goes, just by coming in, putting their tokens in the Coke machine, and getting to play the DEX, right? They get to be the puppet master for a little bit.
Man, yeah, that's intense. Can't wait to see that. Yeah, I mean, that definitely sounds unique. So we'll have to have you on a third time where we can get even a little more information here down the road.
So let me I'll say this now, and my team will probably get pissed at me for saying this, but my goal, I would love to come back as soon as we know the launch date of Sonic. We can set a date where we can share all of the tokenomics, and I'll have documentation. I'll have everything ready to go. I just hate to, we share it and then they go, hey, Sonic's coming in December. And then I give somebody 3 months to drop $100,000 and hire 6 devs out of East Asia to build our
man. I'll be plan. Yeah, man. I got them on standby on Fiverr for nickel.
Yeah, I don't see. That's what I'm talking about. I don't trust that. You're sketching me out.
Yeah. No. Well, no. I mean, that's well and good. And you've given some interesting info here. So, yeah. I mean, right now, the important part is the AG pre-sale is going on. And it's what, for 2 weeks?
Yes, it'll end the very end of September. I think at like 11:59 p.m. Eastern time, I do believe.
Yeah, and if you're interested in that, the URL is silverswap.io. And let's see, what is your and X is Silverswap Dex, all one word. If you want to go there. So like, what's the best? You guys are mostly on Discord, right? No Telegram group.
No, we have a Telegram group as well.
Oh, okay.
It's reactive, yeah.
Yeah. So definitely go check all that out if you're interested in getting in on the pre-sale. Definitely sounds like an interesting system. Corval, you got anything else you want to throw mascots away?
No, I'm just excited to see how the pre-sale does, dude. It's kind of a rough spot. I understand your position. You don't want to pull open the kimono. You don't want to open the kimono and let all these Fiverr devs steal your strat. But
yeah,
you know,
people
kind of have a little faith here.
It's a little bit of a psychotic delusion. You know, the reality is probably nothing would happen. But in this industry, oftentimes you get one shot. You know, so don't really want to, kind of play that game. And people are worried that if we don't, max out the pre-sale, people are worried about that. I just want to make it very well and clear that our team has enough funds that we could cover all of the liquidity ourselves.
Yeah.
So any gap, right, we're happy to fill in ourselves. The pre-sale is more so just a sign of good faith to the community for people to be able to get in early that are excited to be around. But I don't want anyone to be concerned that if we don't sell out, that we're not going to be able to launch in the capacity that we're wanting. That is not at all the case. We're totally able to have done this on a totally private level. And that's actually our plan for every other network that we get onto outside of Sonic. There won't even be a pre-sale. AG is only ever going to be a pre-sale for Sonic. This won't ever happen again. It won't ever happen on any other network. So
well, that's a nice perk right there. Well, yeah, man. Once again, silverswap.io if you want to check that out. Silverswap Dex on X if you want to go find their communities. And thanks for coming, man. I'm sure we will have you again once we get those launch dates and all that set up.
Yeah, let's talk, and I can give you my word now. If when Sonic launches that or shares that launch date, I'd be happy to do a tokenomics unveil here first. We won't announce it anywhere. We won't tweet it. We'll do it here. I told you guys that I think back in April, and I'll hold my word. Because it kills us. Every day we want to talk about. I get messages from my team every time. Can I say this? Can I say this?
Yeah. No, it's exciting, man.
We're all just chomping at the bit.
Well, so congrats on getting this pre-sale going. And yeah, thanks again for hopping on.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Well, we will see you next time, man.
And best of luck.
Thank you, brother. We're going to the moon.
Yep.
That's right, dude.
Well, yeah, man.
Dude,
that's
awesome.
That was a good little segment there. Had a couple other things, but we're getting close to the end of our time.
Rapid fire. Just headline them for me, Drac.
Yeah. Actually, I say several things. I had one other thing. We could just rapid fire this, I think. Speaking about the Sonic Labs bridge earlier, the Sonic Gateway, they're teasing also that for like this points airdrop kind of program, similar to, I guess, like something like Blast or, like some of these other networks that have launched, they are going to have like a pre-deposit kind of incentive. So like, for instance, they're not saying what the assets are yet, but I would imagine it'll be, your big stables. It'll be Ethereum, maybe some other stuff. You can pre-deposit, bridge those assets to Sonic and, start earning like extra points towards the Sonic airdrop. So
this is insane.
Yeah, it looks like
literally all the stops, dude.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, they're covering all the things. And I mean, what looks really nice down there is that little referral area. So this thing's going to pop off. I mean, you're going to have multipliers or something like that for pre-deposit for your Sonic airdrop. But the referrals, that's where it could get kind of interesting, right?
Oh yeah, making a Telegram bot right now to spam my referral link in all the Indonesian servers.
Yeah, we'll definitely start being like, use our ref link for
Yeah, use the Sonic ref link.
GMSONIC ref link. But yeah, that was it really. I think we pretty much covered everything today. Got my mic issue worked out this time before the show started, so that was nice.
Yeah.
So we're good on that. Yeah. But yeah, just remember streaming GMSONIC on OX Sonic Talk twice a week, usually Tuesday and Friday. Every now and then we still pre-record, but we enjoy the streams because we enjoy hanging out with everybody and seeing your comments, and it makes my life easier because I'm not a performer like Corval, who is classically trained to live stream.
Yeah, I went to Juilliard
for
live streaming.
I mean, it's impressive, honestly, your credentials. And then YouTube, GM_Sonic. And of course, anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can listen if you prefer not to have lasers blasted into your eyes. That's it for today. Yeah. We appreciate you guys. We will see you later this week.
Adios, gang.